Hello quilters, this is Crystal and we've been hunting since March for a way to teach you how to make the Rapid Fire Hunter Star. It's been quite a journey. We're about ready to get started. Let's do this. Okay, it's been a pretty rough morning, but we made it. We're here at the homestead and I'm ready to do the steps needed to get this done. I want to show you some of the things that you'll need to make this project. Okay, I want to make it clear that I've never done a video before. This is my first time, and when you purchase this ruler, the Rapid Fire Hunter Star ruler, it does come with step-by-step instructions if I mess up or forget anything, so that you can learn how to do it and be prepared. First thing I want to show you is that you can choose 2 colors of fabric, you can choose 3 colors of fabric, or you can do a multicolor scrappy quilt, and it does come together really fast and it is a fun quilt to make. Okay, let's do our steps. There are 7 steps in this process. We're going to start with step 1, which is choosing your fabrics and your star points. So I've chosen 2 different colors for my quilt to be my star points, and then I've chosen a white background, and you'll all have to cut out your squares and your strips. Alright, now we're on step 2. Step 2 is really fun. You get to actually use your ruler. So this is the ruler. I chose the 9-inch square, and I'm going to cut out my 9-inch trapezoids. So I've got my strip of background fabric that I've chosen for my background, and I'm going to put this ruler, come closer, right on the 9-inch square. If you're making a 10-inch trapezoid, you're going to scooch this up and have a bigger trapezoid, like so. And then if you're doing an 8, 7, 6, 5, so on, down to a 7-inch trapezoid, right there would be your smaller trapezoid. But I've chosen a 9-inch, so I'm putting it there, and then I cut. And then to save fabric, I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to cut. There. And once you have those all set up, you are ready to start your sewing. Okay, we're here, and we're doing step number 3. We're just moving right along. You're going to take your 2 star point fabrics, and you're going to remember that your trapezoids are going on here, but they are going to have to be open and cut into a star. So you got to start at least the same distance down as they are wide, so that you get that point when you cut. So you're going to just chain stitch each piece, just like this, all the way down your star points. And I chose 2 different background fabrics, so I have this one is my red and this one is my blue, so they match. So then get sewing. Let's see those star points. Okay, so we have our step number 3 right here, and we're going to take and cut along this line all these little trapezoids out. And you can have some space here. You've got some wiggle room to cut it down, but you'll end up with some strips that look like this. And you'll do both colors if you're doing a 2-color quilt like me, and then we'll continue to step 4. Step 4 is pretty awesome because you're just going to add the same color right here to the opposite side, the same exact way you did step 3. And let me show you a sample of my step number 4 right here. See, your number 3 unit is right here, and it's added to the same color of a strip along this side. Step number 4. Okay, so now we have our step 4 done, and we're ready to move on to step 5. Once you have your step 4 cut out and trimmed, you're going to want to trim your strip to be exactly the strip size. So you're going to want to trim these down. And one thing really important to remember is how you're ironing. That's going to matter later in the blocks placement and settings. So you're going to have your seams ironed the same way when you're done if you did it correctly. So let's go to step 5. This is step 5 where you have your unit trimmed and you get to add, you see your block kind of come together. You're going to add your triangles that we cut out from the beginning, step 1, and you're going to have this unit in the end. And you do have some wiggle room for trimming, so don't worry too much about your center placement line. But that's what you're going to end up with in step 5. Okay, here we have step 6. We're just moving right along, aren't we? So we have our 2 units here. We're going to put them face to face and match our stars together here. We're going to just match that unit to unit and stitch right along this line, this triangle line. And then you'll end up, once you're finished with that, with this unit right here. And I'm going to show you how to trim this up, which will make a difference in how you put it together. So we're going to lay this down. I'm going to get my Rapid Fire Hunter Star ruler. And I want to show you how to do this because this is step number 6. So here we have our center line in our ruler. We have a number 9 here. So I'm going to put my points here and here to number 9. They should match up fairly close. Mine can be off a little bit, but you want that center line is the key trick. And then you're going to trim here. And then along this line here, I'm going to turn it a little bit and we're going to trim here. And you do have a little bit of waste, but they gave you that wiggle room for a reason. So then you're going to flip this ruler around, line it up just the same way with the number 9 or 8, 7, whichever size you decided to do. Match up that center line. See if your points kind of match. It's fine if they don't perfectly. And we're going to trim here and here and end up with this fabulous unit block here. Alright, this is your 7th and final step, and it's a fun one because you get to play with your fabrics and your blocks. Basically, you're going to make this design here where you've got your blocks and you get to lay it out like this. We're going to walk over here and just lay out your design, and you're going to look at your blocks and see which ways you want to put it together. There's lots of different ways you can put it together. If you want all of your blue points touching, you can turn it and you can make secondary designs this way or this way. You know, you can just play with it. You can put all your reds together, all your 2-tone, 3-tone, whatever you'd like. And the way that I've done it and made my quilt is like this. Quilters, it's been a fun journey. It's been a fun hunt. I hope you guys have learned something and are having fun, staying home, staying safe, and that you get to try to make the Rapid Fire Hunter Star.